Right, and you still have to play these playoffs. You're just not doing it after 82 games of a regular season.
No, you're
But they
doing
had a
it in a
break. Didn't they
stadium
not
with
have a
no.
break?
They did have a
Yeah, they
break.
did.
You're playing in a stadium with no
Yeah,
fans. You have no
they're
support.
Mhm,
cold.
You can't see
They're
your
mhm,
cold.
family. Like that was
mhm.
Yeah,
literally straight up basketball. There was nothing
Yeah,
yeah,
else.
yeah,
and that's all
and
adrenaline.
the
And
better
guess who
players
did
won,
better? The
The
and
better
Lakers.
team won. Yes.
The
the better
Lakers
players
in
won.
5 games. Yes,
Not the better franchise.
Oh, here we
The
go.
better players won.
which
So
was
you're
the
calling
And
it a
Lakers.
that's
Mickey Mouse ring too, then?
I'm not calling it a Mickey Mouse ring
But
because
you're
you still have to
discrediting
win those
it.
games. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're trying to grab certain points to try to fit your narrative. 30
Oh my.
games of good
Okay.
basketball can be put together by players. A franchise is the only thing that can put together long stretches of good games, of good basketball. Does that make sense? Transfer it to football. Mahomes can have a good stretch of the fucking
So what?
10 games that they had last year. And then later on in the season, they went on to lose like 5 or 6.
Okay. So what
Good
Mhm.
players can put
qualifies?
small stretches of good play together.
It's all about
Franchises
But
can
the
put
playoffs.
in
long,
order to make the playoffs, do you not have to put together a long stretch of games to make the playoffs?
which is why we were talking about how the Lakers missed the playoffs, were in the play-in. Like that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, but we.
They were a shoe out of the playoffs. They got in. Cool, you got in. And then because you didn't put yourself in the best position throughout the season or even in the off season, you're not able to go uh, further than you did anyway.
Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, so before LeBron got to the Lakers, yes, they were terrible after Kobe left. They were dog. All of our rookies, they were all just terrible. D'Angelo Russell was
You love
bad.
them.
Brandon
You
Ingram.
love them.
I did love my young core. That's right. And now look at where they all are. They're all doing very well in their own respective teams. There is not one
Mhm.
rookie that we had that is not doing well, except for probably D'Angelo Russell. Look at Julius Randle. Julius Randle's doing well. Josh Hart, very well. Kyle Kuzma, not so good. Brandon Ingram, he's good, right? So
So they only didn't do well in
Clarkson,
your bad franchise?
no,
Is that what
because
you're
they were
telling me?
all young players. We didn't have anybody. We didn't have
And
anybody.
the
Just like
I
so. Hold on. So my point is, let's talk about once LeBron got there, which
Mm-hmm.
one was a win of its own, because we didn't like he got to choose where he went. We didn't trade for him. He got to choose where he went. He chose to go to LA. What has LA done in the time LeBron has been on the team? They
Oh, I'll answer that for you. I'll answer. I got you. I got you. LeBron got AD to sign, which was a good decision by the Lakers. Gabe, we were talking about it earlier. And
Mhm,
then they proceeded to the bubble happened.
well they traded for
mhm.
AD.
They took a yeah. They got it traded
Acquired it.
for AD.
Acquired.
Sorry,
Yep.
Acquired.
acquired
There you
AD.
go.
Okay.
Other
Acquired.
means. Then they got a break throughout the season because COVID happened, and then they got in the bubble
Okay.
and they put together that stretch of games. They won the ring. Amazing.
Okay.
The following year, they got to the first round. Braun gets or AD gets hurt. They can't
Mhm.
get past the first round.
Yep.
Logic dictates what our best player slash second best player got hurt and we lost in the first round. Logic would dictate, okay, let's surround the team with maybe a couple better players without letting go of important pieces that we had last year when we won the ring. What did the Lakers do? Got rid of Caruso, got rid of KCP, chose to, for some reason, bring in Russell Westbrook. They then proceeded to lose the following year.
No,
They
not for
fired
some
Frank Vogel.
reason.
That was a bad.
You know
What was
why.
the reason?
You know
What
why.
was the reason?
LeBron
Tell me.
wanted those players.
Okay,
But you're gonna hold it against the front office for doing what their
why
superstar
wouldn't
wants.
I? Why wouldn't I?
Because they don't
That's
want him to
awful.
walk away.
And
But
sure,
he
let's
can.
take the LeBron decision away.
Kona, hold on,
Let,
Kona.
let's take the Westbrook decision away. Then
Okay.
they lost badly the following year, and they fired their championship level, their championship winning coach, which you liked. I was okay with, but they let him go. I didn't think that was the best idea for them to do. Whatever. They then went on to hire a first-time coach, made little to no moves. Gabe, am I
Well,
wrong
he
in this?
wasn't a first-time coach. He was on the assistant coach when they were
He
when
was a
the
first-time head
Bucks.
coach.
Yeah, when
He
the
was a
Bucks.
first-time head coach.
How do you become a head coach if you're never a head coach?
JJ Redick just did it.
Yeah, but that's
And
what
let
I'm
me get
saying. Like
into
you're
that.
always a
Let's go.
first-time head
And then
coach.
they and then they fire. No, you're not always the first-time head
Like
coach.
Phil Jackson.
Is Doc Rivers the first? Is Doc Rivers the first-time head coach over in Milwaukee? No, he's not.
No, but how did these coaches become
Okay,
great? They have to
it
have given the opportunity to be great.
is what's his name? Dan Hurley from UConn that they were in the running for. That somehow they offered
I'm
less than a fucking
so
college wanted.
So glad we didn't sign that bum. They went from the second best team in college to the number 27th ranked. You lose to Dayton by 18 points? No shot.
Oh,
No.
like upsets don't happen in college basketball all the time. Give me a break. Let him get blown out by 30 or 40. Jesus Christ. Back to back. Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? They went from that first-time head coach to an even worse first-time head coach. Because this dude only fucking coached his daughter's middle school team. Like, who in the what front office in their right mind does that? What offer says, hey, we have an aging superstar over here and somebody who's prone to not being available or surrounded by a team that maybe is a little iffy and hasn't been able to get over a hump that is called the freaking Nuggets and Jokic. So instead of trying to surround that team with different players that maybe can do different things that what you've been doing, because that obviously doesn't work, let's go ahead and throw out that coach that just got fucking beat and let's bring in an even newer coach so he can get beat. Like, who does that?
Hey.
They started out great this year, and then look how they've been in the last few games. LeBron's like fucking 0 for 19 from the 3, and somehow their coach just keeps letting that happen.
What do you want him to do? You want him to bench
LeBron? To tell him, hey, stop taking threes. Hey, let's go ahead and scheme this up so that you are in less positions to take threes. Take 4, maybe 5 threes a game. He's been taking, I don't know how fucking many. And he's 0 for, and I don't know how fucking many. What front office puts their team in that position is what I'm saying.
If we don't try in the regular season to get better at 3-point shooting, we're not going to make it far. The league is a 3-point shooting league. Look at Boston, for example. Look at Miami last night. You can't win games unless you can't make threes. So his whole focus before the season even started was we are going to take a lot of threes this year. So, and that's what they're doing. Now, I think some of LeBron's shot choices have been wrong. I don't think that's on Redick. I don't think the blowout against Minnesota was on Redick. I don't think last night's blowout was on Redick. I mean, and if you hear the post game, I mean, I love the dude, man. He took all the ownership. He said, that is all my fault. I am the leader. This is my team. That is all me. But, like he said, he cannot be out there physically. He can't physically be the ball. He can't physically call out the Reds. He can't physically communicate with them. There needs to be ownership on that court as well.
So the players are bad. Whose job is it to make sure the players out there are good?
I don't think the players per se are bad. Now,
okay, so the players are performing badly.
Yes.
And this is now year 3 of a brand new head coach on your team. And this is now year 3 of pretty much the same roster, save a couple more draft picks in your team. And this is year 3 of just more of the same. Can you square the circle? I mean,
I think we don't miss the playoffs. And like Pelinka said in the offseason, he is trying. He is sending offers. He is trying to make trades with teams. Teams are not picking up the phone. And I'm telling you, it's because LeBron is the most hated NBA superstar in the league. Nobody wants to see him win a ring. It's the same thing that happened with Chris Paul going to the Lakers. They didn't let that happen because they didn't want Kobe to win another ring. So right now, it's okay, mommy, why are you naked, bro? What? Why are you naked? Jesus! All right, well, we're going to have to edit that out, Kevin. She said that's Eva's daddy. My goodness. So, I don't even know what the hell I was just talking about, but... Oh, God. I was recording all that, most of that, by the way, so...
Okay, good.
That'll make good.
I just think they make so many decisions that aren't conducive to having good basketball in your present, near future, and future. They just don't. And whatever happens throughout the regular season, you're just going to chalk it up to, well, what else do you want them to do? they're doing this, they're doing that. And then my whole point is, well, their bad decision making leads them to this.
Oh.
And then we get to that point, and then it's recency bias that has you, well, they just did this. What about, well, their bad decision led to this bad point all along.
Hear me
Yeah.
out. I will always
Hold
be
on,
biased towards Boston, right? But
Mm-hmm.
based on all of that you guys just said it, I think that you can change all the pieces around, even the head coach. But what it sounds like is there's just one big problem, and that's LeBron. That's your main issue. So, and
Why?
Yeah.
obviously
I mean,
he's 0 for
I mean,
30 in threes.
go ahead
You know
and
what I
take
mean?
out his 29 points from last night. Go ahead. Take him out.
That's
They
I
And
think
lose
and
that's
by
that's
the
what I
best game
mean.
this season.
They lose by 60.
But like, remember when Luka was like in his first, second, or I think third year, where it was just Luka getting 30, 40, and everyone else was getting 10, 15, not even.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it to the playoffs. Yeah, they won. Yeah, they had, forget who they had their coach. What is it? Dan Carlisle? Carlisle?
Yeah,
With
Carlisle.
And,
Yeah.
Luka?
and that
Mhm.
formula never won. I don't know who Luka's coach was at that point.
After Carlisle, it was Jason
Reddick?
Kidd,
Not
so.
I mean not Reddick, Kid.
Kid,
Yeah,
Jason
Kidd.
Kidd.
Kid, right?
Yeah.
And then that formula won't win. And yeah, AD, you got AD and all that. But with LeBron, I just feel like LeBron, he's showing the age. Yeah, he'll get his spurts. He'll get the triple double. He'll get the 30. He'll get the 40. But it's like based on what
Kona, you want to know whose job it is to know that and act on it?
and that's the
I'll give you a
coach.
clue. I'll give you no. I'll give you a clue. It's not the coach. It's the people whose name starts with front and ends at office.
Which is right. But like JJ said,
So
they're scared to lose him. And at this
so
point,
lose
what are
him.
you
Trade him.
exactly? Why
Gabe,
would
I don't know if
you
you
just
remember,
lose
but
him?
I've been saying trade LeBron for like 2-3 years now because that's probably their best move, and they keep
Yeah.
not doing it.
They should.
You can get at least some freaking
no.
value for him.
Connor, let me ask you a question.
Like
You have Tatum and Brown.
his last few years, JJ was advocating for them to trade Kobe because he realized, hey, good basketball is not going to be played with Kobe at this level. Trade him. You can recognize good decisions. I don't know why you can't recognize these bad decisions.
Connor, you got Tatum.
You remember
Tatum
you
and
telling
Brown.
me.
I'm here.
I know.
Tatum and Brown.
You got Tatum and Brown. They go to you. You're the front office. They're like, hey, we want Lonzo Ball. No, you know what? We want Ben Simmons. You either sign him or we walk at the end of our contract. Are you signing him?
It depends on where they at as their play. If they're at LeBron, listen. If
That is-
Right now,
either
Kona,
one,
right now.
right now,
He said, who
and
else
I
you
got
want?
I got another 3 years of them. Well, we just signed them. We just signed both of them.
No, I know,
for 3
but
years.
let's say their contract was up in a year.
Yeah. Next year.
Okay. In all honesty, as
And
the
you
front
just won.
office, as Brad Stevens, I'm letting them walk. After
And
their
you
contract
just
Thank
won.
you.
And you just won. You just won
Yeah,
a ring.
Thank you.
You want to know
because of
why?
them.
Because it's not the Boston Jason or the Boston Jalen. It's the Boston
Thank
Celtics.
you.
Okay, so before Tatum and Brown, what
Fucking
did Boston
finally.
Celtics do?
We didn't do nothing, and we were terrible.
They
just like the
rebuild.
Lakers.
Okay,
They
so then
rebuild.
so
with
then
the
if
games.
so
But
then if
Jonathan,
Tatum and
Jonathan,
Brown leave, what are your
Jonathan.
expectations for them?
You're measuring only rings, and then if you didn't win the ring, it was a complete failure without realizing the work that franchises are trying to put themselves in a better position, not just right away, but to have longevity. I just told them Tatum and Brown came from the last two dudes who won us the ring, and they were not shy about letting them fucking go. Because hey, we'll suck maybe for a few years, and we'll try to make good decisions to better ourselves in those few years. But this is gonna pay off eventually, and it
It
paid
did.
off eventually.
It did. It did
So
last
when
year.
you say, what if they have a year or they're gonna walk? Fucking trade them, get some shit back because they're gonna leave anyway. And all you're doing by getting Lonzo in or getting whomever in, let's not blame Lonzo, by getting whomever in is making creating a bad environment in your team where your team is aware that the stars can say what they want, And then you'll just, okay, yes, daddy, go ahead and let me bend over so you can fuck me harder. That's what you're telling the rest of your franchise.
Hey,
That,
yo.
hey, these players can,
Hey,
oh, I
yo.
forgot this is YouTube. Sorry. That was comedy style. You're just telling your franchise that, hey, these players can come in and demand whatever they want, and we just have to be good little boys and take it. And that's gonna lead you to the Lakers in hopes that we're right there. What do you mean? This is a good first time coach. What else do you want us to do? We lost by 30, but that's what it leads to.
No, I mean, I don't think.
That's what it led. The Nets try making moves like that. Going back to the Tatum Brown trade, the Nets got that trade because they thought they were making a good move. They're a bad front office that didn't realize what was
It backfired.
further that was right next in front of them. They were a franchise that didn't have the longevity look, that couldn't recognize what a good move was for their franchise, and just decided to take in the very next thing they could for the very next year and roll with it. And they're bad.
But you
Bad
understand.
franchises do that.
You understand
they're tanking.
this front office has pretty much been the same for a very long time.
And they've
Mhm.
sucked for a very long time. Carried off LeBron, who won you the ring that we keep saying. Carried off by Kobe, who's one of the greatest of all time. But
Mhm.
after 2010, just, I mean, what do you
What
want?
did they do?
And they
But
just
what
kept
did?
it and
But
kept
that's
it.
what I.
Like you told me years ago they should trade Kobe, and they never did. And that was a bad decision on them.
Well,
Right?
my man was a Laker for
You
life.
you said, "Hey, I'm a Lakers fan before I'm a Kobe fan, and the best thing for them to do is to trade him."
Well,
And they just didn't.
He did. He was a Laker for life, bro. But what does every player always say in any business? Oh, this is just a business and all that. But Kobe decided to become a Laker for life, not the front office.
Mhm.
well, the
You
front
know what I
office
mean?
chose. The
I
front
mean,
office
yeah, they
chose
And
to
they
chose
keep
chose
him.
him.
badly.
And absolutely, they were like, okay, yeah, no problem. We'll give you
Did
that.
they
Don't worry.
choose badly though? Because I mean, you look at the
Yeah,
players that were under Kobe, right? So Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Josh Hart. I mean, all of these players, they like their success. They always talk about Kobe. So if had they traded Kobe, then all these players wouldn't be as good as they are today.
Yeah,
who's to
because
say? You would.
they would
I,
still be on the Lakers, and the Lakers are a badly run team, which
but
would make
that's
their players bad.
I just don't understand the badly run. What is the point of
I
the front
just
office to do?
to make good
to make
decisions
good
for their
teams.
team,
Okay, so what
and they're
time
not.
frame are we talking about?
I mean, you want to go back a year, we can take it. Want to go back 2 years? You want to go back 3 years?
Well, that's what I'm
You
saying. Because
keep
we need
you keep
we need a
harping on, hey,
widespread.
but how can you say a bad franchise when your franchise has only won one ring and we've won however many? That's what you keep saying, but like that's not the point.
You guys don't take risks. You guys are like, all right, this
Or
works. It'll
or
work.
they take the wrong risks. They take risks on first time head coaches. They take risks on losing KCP and Caruso a year and a half removed of the championship. They take risks like not making any moves to try to help your aging player who could canonically be a grandfather right now. Man is 40. He could technically be a grandfather right now. You keep making moves knowing your star is rapidly aging, and your other star every now and then seems to have a fucking dud game. He just dropped 8, 7, and 5. What superstar does that? JJ's gonna say Anthony Edwards. Great. Anthony Edwards. I don't think
Wow, that was pretty lit. That was
Because
pretty
I
lit.
just told him about it earlier.
I
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you literally said it at the same time. It was pretty lit.
It's
That's
just a
pretty lit.
bad and I think the Timberwolves are badly run, which is why they have that. Who lets
And
go
what?
of Karl Anthony Towns? Who makes the trade that big of a trade for what's that French guy's name?
Oh yeah,
I
Gobert.
forget.
No, yeah, I do agree with that.
Who
I think that was a huge mistake.
they're a badly run team who keeps making bad decisions, which is how they end up in the situations they do. They make it however far they can off of the player skill alone, but because they're a bad franchise, they can't put together a great surrounding and go further, however much
So
further they may go. But they're putting themselves in such a worse situation that they could by constantly making poor decisions.
so
Not that they make the bad decision every single time. Obviously, they a broken clock is right twice a day. Obviously,
All right, no, but serious question here. I want everybody to listen to me. When the Lakers win this year,
I'll hang up. I'll hang up right now.
Click.
So,
oh my god. It's all right, we'll figure it out. Tomorrow, I'm putting on my. You know what? I'm giving y'all a bet right now. Lakers money line tomorrow. I don't care what it opens at. That I'm taking it. I'm putting $100 on it. That's what I'm doing. Lakers money line tomorrow against the Hawks. The Hawks are a freaking sneaky team, bro. I think did they just beat the Bucks?
I'm betting Hawks money line.
yeah, I will take Hawks money line
They're 12-11.
with Trae Young 15 assists.
The Lakers are 12. The Lakers are 12-10.
No, I know. Yeah, the Hawks just beat the Bucks by 15.
Look,
Shit.
he just beat the Lakers by 41, but
Exactly. So we're due. We're due
the
for a
Wolves
good
just
game.
beat the Lakers by 30.
We're due. That's what that means. We're due.
Oh man.
Sheesh.
Well,
I don't know. That
anyway.
expression is light.
Real quick. We want to talk about head coaches. Tyronn Lue just got blown out last night by 28 points.
What
That's
is he?
not
The
a first-year
Clippers?
coach.
Bye.
The
By the
Clippers?
Wolves. Yeah. Clippers. By
Clippers
28
fucking
points.
suck. The Clippers are a badly run franchise.
But he's the head
Yep.
coach.
Agreed.
Well, yeah, I
Yes.
agree.
Agreed.
But
Bug.
it's a bad franchise, so of course they're gonna do bad.
But if we're talking, I mean,
You're
in
putting everything
your
on James Harden.
definition of a well-run franchise, I can only think of
The Heat
Warriors.
are a well-run franchise.
Why
the
are the
Warriors are a
Heat?
well-run
Why are the
franchise.
Heat a good run franchise? They haven't done nothing.
They have a good front office. They have a good coach. They haven't made every single best decision they possibly can. And hey, sometimes you don't.
But they've had the same
But
head
more
coach,
often, yes.
and they haven't
who's-
done anything
who's won
since
two
LeBron left.
What do you mean they haven't done anything? They made moves. They got Jimmy Butler. They got Bam. They've made 2 finals since LeBron left. That's more. Well, that's the same as us as the Celtics.
I
They're
would
a
say a good
well-run
run
franchise.
organization
They maybe
is
don't have the best players, which is why you're not thinking they're a well-run franchise. But they're a well-run franchise. They didn't hit on trying to trade for Dame.
No,
I
I'm
will
not
give
saying
them
that they're
that.
not.
That's a mark against them.
Yeah, I'm
But
not saying that
they
they're
just
not. But
Heat, Warriors, Celtics. Who on the West? I
I'd
think
put
the
Kings
Nuggets.
up there.
Nuggets.
Uh,
Wait,
I don't
who?
know.
What?
I
Nuggets?
think
Why the
Kings-
Nuggets? The only reason
Wait,
the
wait.
Nuggets are good is because of Jokic.
Wait, what did he say?
they chose to stick with Jamal Murray.
They just signed Westbrook.
I know, which is why I'm saying not every single decision is a hit. Oh, who's behind Kona?
Hey, yo, bro, wait, watch
That's
out.
your name.
I can't
just-
see him.
They coming for you.
I can't see Conan.
All right.
I don't know, bro. Ever since they signed Mike Brown, the Kings, they're
Mhm.
consistently always either making the playoffs. Yeah, they'll play the play-ins. You have De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis.
The Mavs are a good, well-run franchise.
Oh,
What about
and he
OKC?
sold them. I would
OKC
honestly
is
say,
a
yeah.
OKC is a
100%.
Up
well-run
and coming.
franchise.
They're up and coming.
They recognized the spot that they were in post KD. They realized they couldn't get anything surrounding Westbrook and Paul George, and they said, "Fuck it, we're cleaning house. Give me the
They got
picks."
rid of everybody.
And now look at where they are, thriving. They recognize, hey, I'm going to forego a little bit right now, in sacrifice of longevity
I guess we
and
just
good
look at things
decision making.
differently. Because I wouldn't say they're thriving. Yeah, are they a good team? Sure. Can they win? Sure. Can they win a ring? Fuck no.
The Thunder?
Now
The Thunder cannot win a ring in the
Bro,
West.
The Thunder are
Fuck-
one superstar away from completing
Fuck
that.
no, right now. But that's what Kona said. They're one great decision away from winning. They're one great decision.
Good team.
I don't
Say
even know who they-
say Anthony Davis says fuck it. You know what? I don't want to fucking be here anymore. LeBron's retiring. You guys fucking suck. I don't want to be here anymore. And dips
Trade
off
it.
to that team. Says,
Yeah.
let me go to OKC.
They're
That's
the
a
number
For a
one
first
seed.
rounder.
But
For a
how is
first
that the
rounder.
franchise's fault?
What franchise's fault?
Like, how is that okay? Like, how is that a well-run franchise because a superstar wants to come to your team to
because
win?
they've put themselves in a good enough position to find themselves appealing to a superstar
So
to
isn't that what the
want to go
Lakers
there.
did for the best player in the
No,
world to want to go to that team?
No,
because
it was
you're
just you're in
comparing.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, LeBron just wanted to go there. And I think the Lakers are better run than the Clippers. That doesn't mean I think the Lakers are well run. Clippers are a fucking disaster. I just think
Mhm.
the Lakers are a little bit better. And like you said, everybody wants to come play for LA, even though nobody's been wanting to come play for LA the past 5 years. LeBron just went, and then AD said, fuck it. Bron's there. Let me go play with Bron. Not let me go play in LA. Let me go play with Bron.
He got traded.
Kona, am I right in that?
No, I mean, you're definitely right.
Gabe, am I right with that?
It's
He's
the
right.
setting of where it's at, bro.
Whenever we see Jay next and sees the most objective one, we can ask him that and see if he agrees with that.
I bet he'll disagree.
Bro, you
Okay.
put Brunson, Giannis, and Jimmy Butler on Utah, and LeBron wouldn't have gone there.
What?
Exactly. I'm trying to compare to you. It's the setting. LeBron went there because of the setting. It's Los Angeles. You're gonna
Yeah, he
make
wouldn't go to
tons of money.
Okay.
Utah.
He
So
made
what?
Space Jam.
So
He
what? So you're
made
talking about because they had if they would have went to Utah. So you're talking about a team full of superstars. He would have chose to go to Utah to win.
no. He
No,
would
he
have. He
wouldn't
would have
go.
still would have went to the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying? He would not go to
That's
Utah.
what Kona's saying. It's not that
That's
he
what I
wanted
think.
to go to a good
That's
position.
what,
He just wanted to go to the Lakers and see what he could do. And he won a ring. I mean,
Mind you, okay, you put Giannis on OKC at the
Mhm.
trade deadline. You
Sure.
don't think they have a chance of winning the chip?
Do they have a chance? Sure. Do I think they win? No.
Yes. No.
What team
right
in the
now,
West is beating that team?
The Nuggets.
Nuggets.
You're insane, bro.
Nope.
You're
The Nuggets.
insane.
The
Nuggets
Nuggets.
No,
in 6. Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6.
I'm
I can
sorry,
see
I
that.
have to disagree.
I can see
I
Six
that.
eight.
actually have a
No,
little graphic of Anthony Davis before and after this fucking
Oh,
Nuggets
here we go.
game that they just lost.
I'm glad it froze right there.
Before
We can't see you, or you're frozen.
We can't see. You're
Hold on.
frozen. I can't
All right,
see
can you see me
Kona
now?
or.
Yeah.
All right, it can freeze on that. You guys can look at my tongue.
Okay, well.
Before the 127 to 102 loss to Denver on November 23rd, Anthony Davis was averaging 31 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Right now, after that, after November 23rd, he's averaging 18 points a game, 11 rebounds, 4.5 assists, shooting 14% less from the field goal and shooting, goddamn, from 43% to 15%, damn near a third of 3-point field goal percentage. He is doing considerably worse these past, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Reddick said he's
Which
pissed.
is
He's frustrated.
I would
feel
be.
like that.
If I was ready.
He said
so
he's
just to
frustrated.
reassure you, Hawks money line
Do it if you want to
plus
lose.
1,000.
Do it if you
Stonks
want to
all
lose.
the way up, bro.
All right. I'm telling you,
Oh,
there is no shot that we get blown out twice and then we lose to the Atlanta Hawks.
Side bet. Shake my
What?
hand right now.
How much?
You guys lose by at least 5 points to the Hawks.
Okay, how much?
Shake my hand. $20 right now.
Easy.
Easy. Oh man, that's
Easy
the
money.
easiest bet, bro.
Kona's gonna be so disappointed. He's gonna be so disappointed. He's gonna be like, what is Jalen Johnson doing? What is DeAndre Hunter doing? Yup.
Oh man.
Oh
When-
man.
All right, when Trey Young has 15 assists in that stat line, bro, because Russell couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Oh, you
We'll
think?
come back to that.
Oh,
bro.
no. I would not. Honestly, what I hope, I know it's not gonna happen, but I hope Russell loses his minutes.
I could see that happening.
I would hope so too.
The problem is
Could you?
Reeves.
Because a good front office will not do that. Or a good front office will do that, actually.
We have injuries.
So I
though.
don't
We
expect the Lakers to.
We don't have anybody.
They should.
Reeves
should.
is hurt. Vanderbilt is hurt. Like that, I mean, losing Reeves is a huge deal. So
It is.
D'Lo,
Oh wow.
D'Lo should have been out of that team 2 years ago. Do you know that? I know that. I know that D'Lo should have been out of that team 2 years ago,
Yeah, I
if
can
not
see
three.
that. I can see that. The thing with D'Lo though is he adds 3-point shooting that we don't have. He is.
That's it.
I think he led. I don't know. I don't want to talk crap. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he had a
I
very
think
high 3-point percentage last year.
I think he'll cost more games than he'll win.
Yeah, but that the
And-
thing,
Imagine
like I
saying
said,
D'Lo's your
and I
best
think-
3-point shooter.
And I think we've
well,
known
not
that.
anymore. Not anymore. I think Connect is our best 3-point shooter now.
Yeah.
That kid is a freaking baller.
Education,
is a baller.
connection.
Yeah, he's been garbage the past couple games, but dude, when he lit up, I forgot what team it was. Think he had like 5 or 6 threes in that game. Woo! That boy could not miss.
Didn't he shoot 9 against Utah?
It might have been 9. You're absolutely right. It might have been 9. I don't remember, but he had a crap ton of points.
It was against Utah.
He
It
had
was against-
30. He had 37 points, I think, that game, because AD was joking. He's like, he couldn't get 40. So,
That's insane.
That is insane.
well, I hope we weren't
Welcome to
planning.
Sports Banter.
Right? Yeah, I hope we weren't planning to talk about anything football.
against Utah, he scored 37, and
37.
he shot 12. He went 9 for 12 from the 3 against them.
That dude is
Wow.
a baller, man.
Yeah.
I was like, what did Tyler Hero do yesterday?
Gabe. Fuck you, Gabe.
Man.
Let's go, baby.
Let's see.
Let's go.
Oh, here
Shout
we
out to
go.
Jared.
Since
Shout out to
since
Jared
that
Basic.
since that game in Utah, Dalton Connect has been averaging 2.7 3-points made per 7.2 3-points attempted for a total of
All right.
37% from the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Over three threes.
It's a fucking thing.
Which
man. The
isn't
league
bad,
is
but-
such-
Which isn't bad, but shooting 37% from the 3 is probably not the best right now.
Yeah, it's very hard to win in the league without the 3-point shot. It's very hard.
The league is in shambles.
Yes, it is.
Like
The league is in shambles.
I forgot who was arguing. They weren't arguing. They were talking. I think it was Nick Young. It was on a podcast, and they were like, "Is that Warriors team with KD the best team ever assembled?" And they were
Yeah.
like, "Yes, it was." So then
Yep.
I forgot who it was because I didn't watch it, but he's like, "Take the 2001 Lakers. Who's guarding Shaq?" And the guy said, "Who's guarding Steph and KD?" And he said, No, you can't answer but the guy had a good point. He said, "You're talking 2s, I'm talking 3s." Right? 3 is bigger than 2. And if you can't stop the 3 ball, like in the league today, it don't matter how many 2s you got, you're not winning the game. So,
Mhm.
just like Miami, I think they shot 57% from the 3-point line yesterday. You can't win games. I think Lakers shot 18%.
Oh, they were also wide open, so you can't really include
Yeah,
that. They
but
were
that's what-
wide open.
So I was looking at the post game conference or whatever, and they were showing some replays. I didn't get to watch the game, and I'm like, they were just
They
so
look lost.
lazy. They were so
They-
lazy. We're not getting back on defense. Transition was terrible. I mean, they were just literally walking right in. Russell was lost the whole time he was in.
Mhm.
They just looked so bad. It looked like one of those games where you want to pick up your shit and just walk off. Like, there's no way we finish this. Like, we forfeit. We throw the white flag. Stop the count. Stop the count. You beat us by 30. Stop it.
JJ, whose job is it to make sure that doesn't happen?
Oh God. Well, last night was just a bad night. It's early in the season, man. It's early in the season.
We're
all
a
right.
fourth of the way in the season.
That's what I'm saying. It's early. We'll be all right.
Before you,
We'll be all right.
welcome to SK Sports Banter.
Don't worry. Da-da-da-da. About a thing.
Well, let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start with football, if you guys don't mind, because now we're getting close. Now we're cutting it close.
Yep.
Now we're cutting it close. JJcito, our fearless leader, would you like to go ahead and do us a favor of introducing?
Well, after an hour of talking about basketball, welcome everybody back to Sports Banter SK. As you can see, Basketball is something that we're very passionate about. I am a Lakers fan. Shocker, if you could not tell by the conversation. Kevin is
I
our
fucking
objective
cried.
commentator over here, very objective. Not a
I'm
not a Laker
crying.
hater at all. Uh,
Oh, I'm
so
not a Laker hater at
no,
all.
that's what I
I just
said.
I
want
am.
you guys to do.
Uh,
I just want you guys to do better,
I
and you
said
won't.
objective. I said objective. So we're back with another week. Last week it was Thanksgiving, so we didn't have the pod. We were all
Yes,
with our
sir. Hope everybody
families.
had a good Thanksgiving. Hope
Yep.
everybody had a
For
good Black
sure.
Friday shopping. If you went out and did that, if you didn't celebrate either one, hope you still had a good week with your family.
Yep.
If you spent it with them, or a good week regardless with whomever you spent it.
That's right. That's
Amen.
right. So we're
And
gonna
we
kick
also
it
hope
off.
you threw away all your leftovers by now. So
Oh
Oh
yeah, no,
gosh.
get rid of that food acquiring mold in your fridge, man. You know you're not gonna eat it. Go ahead and clean out your fridge, man.
Throw those yams away. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yeah. So we're gonna start off
Yeah.
today with some bets that we have. I know that we're already cutting it really, really, really close. So talk about a couple things and we'll get going.
Yes, sir.
do it.
Yes, sir.
Who wants to start us off today with the parlays?
Um, we're we are running through these
Yep,
and
we are
then
running through them.
leaving. Okay. All right.
All right. Cool. So I'll start it. We'll run by them. Usain
Alright.
Bolt through them. I'll start with our money lines. I'm taking the Bears plus 6.5. They're playing San Francisco. San Francisco looks lost. We'll leave it there. My next one, I'm taking the Titans minus 3.5. They might have got blown out this week, but I trust the Titans and Will Levis. Not a lot of memes in the last week, so I trust them. And surprisingly,
Played
I'm
Mike
taking the
Young.
underdogs, the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm taking the underdog, the Seahawks, against the Arizona
Oh,
Cardinals, plus 2.5. I think that line is great for them. They're on a roll. They had a comeback win against the Jets, so
Seahawks money
those are
line,
my
right?
predictions. My Seahawks plus 2.5.
plus 2.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
plus two
Plus
and a
two
half.
and a half. 2.5.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
I like it, Kona.
Alrighty.
Who's next?
Gabe.
I will take Mr. Moneyline. Please hit those bets. Hit
Money
those
line
bets.
Double M.
specialist.
Let's go, baby. I like Philly against Carolina. I think it's gonna be, just fireworks with touchdowns for the the Eagles. So I go with that. And then my second one I like is Cincinnati over Dallas. Just think Cincinnati, just maybe it's their time to win a game because obviously they can't beat a team that's over 3 wins. So
They
just
can't.
saying. So maybe this is their week.
99 points and 3 losses, bro. That's insane.
So I think the Bengals win it Monday night fashion. So I'll go with that.
No.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I
Mhm.
like it. I'll go next if you guys don't mind.
Yep.
I got the Niners at Bears with the Bears plus 3.5. Niners kind of suck right now and they're done. I got the Steelers at Browns with the Browns plus 6.5.
Mm.
Steelers coming off emotional win. The Browns, I think, are
Mhm.
getting a little better. So we'll see what
Mhm.
happens.
Mhm.
Last game I got for you guys is the Chargers at Chiefs with the Chiefs minus 4. Vlad McConkey, I don't think is playing, so I think it's just going to be an easy game for the Chiefs, and I think they can easily cover that 4. That's it.
Lad McConkey's not playing?
I think he didn't practice today,
Oh,
though he might practice. I'm not sure. Maybe he was limited at practice today.
We'll
I
find
just think
out.
if he's already, I just think if he's already limited by now, I think he'll find it a little difficult to play well by the weekend,
Gotcha.
especially with that defense against that defense.
All right. Well, I'm changing one of my picks then. I did have Chargers plus 4. All right, so I'll run through mine. So number 1, no shock here. I have the Bills against the Rams. Bills money line. I have
Okay.
Vikings money line against the Falcons, and me and Kev are on the same page. Browns plus 6.5. I like that. So
That's gonna be a good game.
yes,
That is.
yes it
That last
is.
game was insane.
No, it
It's gonna
was.
be a good game.
Winston's doing really good, but yeah,
I'm a Jameis Winston fan. I'll just say
yeah,
that.
he's a really good
You
guy.
cannot be, bro. That man is,
Too funny, man. That
bro.
man is
He's one of the
too
boys,
funny.
bro.
hmm
Oh man.
I'm just, I'm just so happy to be blessed by the Lord for playing in some snow. I love him. I love him.
I
I
just
love him.
think the pick sixes one was my favorite.
I
I
pray
get
that the
delivered from these
Lord absolve me from pick sixes.
Oh my
Oh
God, man.
gosh.
Uh, player
oh man.
props.
Player props.
Player props
Mhm.
next.
Something that a
Uh,
player said,
I'll start us off again.
like
So I
gets
am.
rid of pick sixes.
Uh
I pray the
That's what
Lord
you're gonna say.
absolve me from pick sixes. What the heck are you talking about? Oh, we thought I said something else.
What's good?
Who are you talking to
Pick.
like that? I didn't say
Oh, that's
nothing.
getting
Close
edited
the
out. That's
door.
getting edited out. That's getting edited out.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh my God. Coda, please start us off with player props,
Make me a
man.
sandwich.
Player props.
Please, man.
Please absolve me from what's going on here. All right, I'll start it off. I'm going outline first. I'm going Jackson Smith, 4 catches, all you compare that with 40 yards. I think honestly, Metcalf is questionable still, so bearing his last injury, I don't think he'll be a full go with at least full workload. So expect a big game from JSN. My next pick, I'm going Mike Evans over 69.5 yards. I think they're going to try to get him to 1,000, and 70 yards is nothing
hmm
for Mike Evans, especially after last game. And my last
hmm
one, a shocker, a pure shocker. I'm taking Aiden O'Connell over 200 yards alt passing. That Buccaneers defense, I'll put up 180 yards against them.
Oh
So
my
I,
God.
I like Mr. Mustache Goat himself to at least get 200 against them.
Damn. AOC for 200 plus. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
man.
And that'll be it.
Oh
I
yeah.
like it. I like it. Gabe?
Me, I like Saquon receiving is at 18.5. Definitely think he'll hit that for sure.
Okay.
And another one, I think this man is due. Um, I just saw it too. Oh, Ridley, 64.5. I like that, against that Jacksonville secondary is not that good.
How many?
So,
60 what?
and 64 and a
16.
half.
Okay.
64 now.
64 and a half. 64 and a half. So, and that's my two for now. So, can't wait for the touchdown. So, go ahead, guys.
I like it. I like it, Gabe.
Okay.
I like it. I'll go next. Mine, my lock of the week. I'm going to go ahead and bite a little bit of Kona here, and I'm going to pick Mike Evans, but I'll pick his receptions over 4.5. Mike Evans
Mhm.
over 4.5 receptions. And they're playing the Raiders, so I think that's a tough defense, but I think Baker can do it. And my sleeper, actually from the same game, Brock Bowers, for
Oof.
over 69.5 yards, over 69.5
Mhm.
receiving yards.
Mhm.
Uh, Bucks defense can get got, so you know I think that can happen. That's it for me.
AOC to BB.
Oh,
I
all
love it.
right. All right. You're gonna help me read these off? I know. All right. I have Pickens over 71.5 yards this
Hi,
weekend.
Millie.
So you say hi.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
And then I
Uh,
have Jonnu Smith over four and a
Ooh,
half
fun.
receptions as well. Tua has been like in
Mhm.
love with the dude. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then last one of my favorite receivers in the league, Puka Nakua, over 6 receptions. So it's gonna be an alt line. His normal line is at 6.5. I'm taking over 6 receptions this weekend.
Isn't it the same?
No. So it's over 5.5.
Over six and
I
a
guess
half.
you. Yeah, I guess
Oh,
it.
okay, okay,
Yeah, so like 6. He gets 6
okay,
receptions.
okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay,
How many receptions for who?
Puka
okay. Puka
Nakua.
Nakua.
Puka. Okay. Good, good,
Yeah,
good.
that's another guy that
What a beast, bro.
they're looking for. He is a beast, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Your line is at 5.5 every game. Like, my goodness, bro.
Him and Cup. Him and
Cooper
Cup's
Cup.
line
Yeah.
is 6.5 right now. That's their normal line. Both of them. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely
they
likes to
keep
throw the
scoring
ball.
almost the same. So, um, should we move to anytime touchdown props?
Yes.
Let's go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and finish our betting part,
Yup.
betting segment. Kona, do you want to start?
Wait, before we move on, does somebody have the game on?
No.
No, the game hasn't started. I don't think.
It starts in 7 minutes.
Okay. Well, okay. I have a parlay right now. I got like Sam Laporta. Okay, perfect. I got Sam Laporta and Christian Watson to catch a pass in their first drives. So if
Oh
somebody
my
has
god.
eyes on that,
If somebody
please.
has eyes on
Anyway,
that.
Let me see, man.
I'll
Let me
take
see.
my
Hold
first. I'll take my first TD. My lock of the week. I love Tony Pollard. Anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Tony Pollard's been on fire the last couple games. He has a few missed games, I think 3 games ago, but he's getting it back on the road. So Tony Pollard
Okay.
anytime.
Mm-hmm.
And my sleeper might be a shock, but just want to be sure just in case. Taking Mike Evans again. He's gonna get the yards, but with 120 yards last week and only 1 touchdown, I'm a little nervous on that. But I'll take him as my sleeper.
Okay.
on. I like it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say for me, because I know Kev's probably gonna say this other guy, so I'll go with another person. I'm gonna say AJ Brown gets a touchdown.
Ah, thank you,
Just
And
say
my
God.
Saquon.
and my sleeper, are you ready for this?
Don't
He
say it.
hasn't had he hasn't had a touchdown all year, and he's a really good tight end. His name is Trey McBride. So I think he's gonna get a touchdown today. This week. So that's my sleeper.
Gabe, I can kiss you. Both of them are on my team playing against you this week. So I really hope you're right.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I got Trey McBride in my other team, so I'm hoping to. So that's I just can't believe he doesn't have a touchdown this year. And he has so many receptions. It's insane. It is, and there's a quarterback out there that has more touchdowns than he. And just saying. Insane. Just
I like
insane.
it, Gabe.
Kevito?
I got my lock of the week. Woof, woof, woof. Saquon Barkley. Anytime touchdown. And I got my
Extra luck.
sleeper, extra luck of the week. And I got my sleeper pick, DeAndre Hopkins, for anytime
Ooh.
touchdown.
Mm.
I think that Chargers defense is going to be a little spread out, too thin, and quick TD throw.
I really like that one.
Wait, so who was it? I'm sorry.
I got Saquon Barkley as my lock of the
Yep,
week, anytime touchdown, and
that's
I got DeAndre
absolutely.
Hopkins as my sleeper, anytime touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins. I like it.
I like that. I like
Did you see
that.
them?
I literally just want to make sure. Okay. My lock of the week, if he plays, Jamar Chase on Monday against the Cowboys.
If he plays.
If he plays. Yeah, I saw something that he went from healthy to questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Fred.
I swear, man. He better not freaking sit him. And then my sleeper is Jalen Hurts. Anytime touchdown.
Oh, that's going to hit.
Tush
That was your
Push
sleeper?
McGee. Yep.
That was your sleeper? That should be the luck of the week, man.
That-
That guy can't stop. That guy can't quit taking touchdowns from Saquon, man.
yeah, I know. It's insane. It's insane. Well, I now think that Saquon is probably in the lead for offensive player of the year over Henry for sure. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's. Oh, we can get into that later.
you know.
We can get into that later.
All
Well,
right. So those were the
we got
picks.
Oh, those are the picks. Well,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did you guys want to get into some discussions?
What do we want to talk about today?
We have not on the agenda because we do this off the dome. We do this off the dome. We have
Oh,
nothing written down. What do you guys think about NFC contenders and AFC contenders? I have my NFC contenders. I think it's going to be down to the Eagles and Lions and the NFC. In the AFC, I think it's going to be down to the Chiefs and Bills. We can start with the NFC. What do you guys think? I think while I do consider those two teams, the Lions and the Eagles, the front runners to for the NFC championship, I think a good run by the Packers or the Rams, if they can put together a good string of games in this last part of the season, those two teams are dangerous teams in the playoffs. Those two teams are teams you do not want to see in the playoffs. And um, while I do think that the Lions and the Eagles are just going to pretty much run away with their games during the playoffs, I would watch out for the Packers and Rams if the Rams make it. I think the Packers are definitely making it. What do you guys think?
Let me ask you
totally
this:
agree with you.
Yeah, I
Why don't
agree.
you? What's wrong with the Vikings?
Uh, I
But
I don't want to
forwards,
be mean.
Sam
I don't want to be
Darnold
mean.
is not him.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it.
that's the issue, and I think we're starting to see that too.
Yep.
I think he's starting to unravel.
He took overtime to
So
beat Mac Jones. How many other games has he been in one score games with the offense that he has? I mean, I was very obviously wrong about the level of offense they could have with him at quarterback. I'm not doubting the skill position players. I just, their quarterback can only do so much. That's why I don't think the Vikings are really a contender for the NFC.
Hmm.
and what about the Cardinals?
Uh, Cardinals, I don't think are there yet. I'm not even sure they're gonna get to the playoffs in their division. The Seahawks might get it. I mentioned the Rams. The Seahawks right now are in the lead of that division, but the Rams could very well take it over.
Mm-hmm.
Should the Seahawks beat the Cardinals this week, that I think that opens up the path very, very, very clearly for the Rams to go ahead and sneak into winning that division and sneaking into the playoffs. Because I
Yeah,
think the
Okay.
and
Seahawks schedule gets a little more difficult after this week.
Mm-hmm.
they have more experience, man. And you have four solid good players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the rookie of the year possibly, Jared Verse and Brandon Fisk, and a great coach. Yeah, man, I see the Rams sneaking in and winning that division.
Yeah,
I would love a
JJ, I
Rams
wanted.
playoff run.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah,
absolutely. That
Matt
would definitely
Stafford.
be good.
I'm a huge
JJ, I
fan of
wanted to
Stafford.
ask you though.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you though. What do you think about how the Lions are being set up at the leading the NFC? Because right now their injuries are stacking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's getting to a point where we can't really we as football fans can't really ignore their injuries. They're starting to pile up, and it's starting to show. It took a major mess up from the Bears to not beat them. And I mean, right now they're about to play the Packers, and the Packers are a dangerous team too. What do you think? I think they're still a pretty good favorite to be a contender in the NFC, but it's getting too big to ignore. Their shortcomings are getting too big to ignore. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I still think they're a huge contender. I would not be surprised, honestly, if they lose to Green Bay. Jordan Love does really well being an underdog in games.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dan is a great coach. I think they have a great team that works together on both sides of the ball. So that dynamic duo of running backs, I mean, I think they could still be a huge contender, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. I could definitely see them losing in the playoffs, though.
That's why I
Um,
think the Eagles have a better,
I think the Eagles are a very scary team, unfortunately, because I hate the Eagles. but that's another team. I hate the Eagles honestly because I hate their head coach. God, I cannot
Yeah.
stand
I,
that head coach.
guy gets to go.
But I mean,
Has
Nick
to
Hurts is
go.
Nick
playing well.
Salami.
Yeah, Barkley is having a crazy year.
Barkley
Yep.
for MVP.
I don't know about MVP, but
Nah.
offensive player of the year.
Why not MVP though?
Because
And we
Jalen
can,
Hurts, we
and
talked about this.
I guess we can use this as a segue to get into the NFC contenders because the other MVP frontrunner is in the AFC contenders. Why not take one for MVP?
I'll be 100%
As
honest
much
with you. When I think of
as
MVP, I think of
Mhm.
QB.
Is that
That's
right, or is that probably not the correct idea to have when you think about MVP?
no. It's definitely
It
not the
shouldn't
correct
be.
idea.
It shouldn't be it should be that way.
So MVP is most valuable player.
Mm-hmm.
If the Eagles did
And
not have Barkley,
before you get into that part of your argument, I'd like to point out that obviously a skill position player isn't going to bring the same value to a team than a quarterback does. Obviously, that's true. The quarterback is the head of the team. But
Hmm.
is that do the level in do the different levels in performance do anything for you regarding that? Because by his own metrics, Josh Allen isn't having a good year. Uh, by this year's metrics, everybody says Mahomes is falling off. I think he in touchdown and total touchdowns, I guess. So 1.5 categories and maybe passer rating. Mahomes is leading him in everything else.
yeah,
So this is by no means a great season by Josh Allen compared to the rest of the quarterbacks. I think Lamar's having an even better season than that. Does that do anything for your argument? Because Saquon is now having, I think, one of the 5 best seasons, one of the 10 best seasons a running back has ever had in the history of the NFL. Does that value that he brings to his team? Granted, I know they have Jalen Hurts. I know they have the defense. I know they have the offensive line and the 2 weapons at receiver. But they haven't really been able to do too much with it. I know they kind of went on a run that one year to the Super Bowl, but I mean every other year that with Jalen Hurts, they've kind of just fallen short. I think that one year was a fluke. What do you think about the value that maybe Saquon brings on that team versus the value that right now Josh Allen is having for his team? Granted, he's a quarterback, but
yeah. I think that there's an award for each, and I think that what Barkley has done is deserving of the Offensive Player of the Year award, but not the most valuable of the team. And I get that. I get that way of looking at it. But one, I don't think Josh Allen wins MVP. I think that yeah, by his metrics, he's not having a great season compared to before, but he's winning
Hmm.
with what he has, which is not a lot. And I think that's what is most impressive. They lost, I think it was 6 captains on defense. He lost his number one guy. His number two, Dalton Kincaid, has been hurt, and they're still winning, right? So I think that's what's impressive. And obviously, like you said, a skill player is not going to bring the same value as obviously a quarterback would, right? But I think when I
mm-hmm.
think of MVP, I I think a lot more about QB because without the QB, your team, no matter how good of a player you might have, you're not going to win.
Now with everything that happened to Josh Allen and his offense, and if you want to say his defense too, sure. Complementary football is a thing. I do get it. Uh, Josh Allen hasn't thrown for more yards than Mahomes. He's thrown less interceptions, but he's by no means having a better year than Mahomes. Mahomes lost his top 2 receivers and his top running back, and he's got a better record than the Bills. They played the
I
same team. One team beat that team. The other team got blown out by that team. Uh, so when we talk about value, okay, sure, but I mean, statistically speaking, it's not better. It's not much better. It's not better at all. In fact, some of it is worse.
So why do you think
And
that Josh Allen is leading for MVP over Mahomes?
I think the early parts of the season hurt Mahomes' numbers, which
My hands.
I said numbers aren't everything, but they are
Oh, my
something.
hands.
Uh, I don't think Josh Allen is having a bad season at all. And I mean, I said, what is Kona doing?
I have no idea. He's like, hold my hands, hold my hands. What are you doing over there?
Hey, hey,
That
man,
registered a little bit
it's
late.
been a long drive, man. I need some stretching.
He said, hold my
Please.
hands. I said, what?
Welcome back to Sports Banter, SK.
What the heck is wrong?
Oh, man.
What?
I think they can hear you.
I know they can hear me.
You don't think you have to yell.
Oh my goodness.
Jameson Williams in the red zone. Let's go.
Whoa, what's
Gabe,
going on,
stop.
Gabe?
Gabe, stop watching. Gabe, stop watching.
Nothing. I'm not
Uh,
watching the game. I just got an update.
So, go ahead.
but anyway, yeah. I think by comparison, he's not having the best anything. So the reason I think he's MVP frontrunner is because the moments he has had, I think are MVP worthy. And I mean, we talked about it last year. Who I think should have deserved MVP and who I think was actually going to get MVP were two separate things. I thought CMC deserved it last year, but I knew they were going to give it to Lamar. I can feel two different things. I can see Josh Allen winning the award this year because much as you, a lot of people take it as a QB award, and they're just going to award it to the best QB performance throughout the season. Um, I just I think Saquon deserves it just because of the value he's been bringing to that team. Last year, I know the Eagles' record, but obviously you saw how the year ended, and this year they struggled a little bit early on. Excuse me. But I think the value that Saquon has brought to that team and how much he's elevated that team. We talk about value, quarterback versus a skill position player. I get it, 100%. It's just hard to ignore someone having one of the best seasons ever at their position and someone not even having the best season for their position this year.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, I agree with
But
that.
couldn't you say the same for Tyreek 2 years ago when he almost broke the record and everybody's like he should win MVP and
Yeah,
all he got was Offensive Player of the Year? It's sad.
yeah.
I totally agree. Like you think of MVP, that's QB, but it's like, dude, a lot of these dudes make a case. Without Saquon, the Eagles are what? 6-4,
Stop.
6-5, maybe.
No.
Come on,
I
bro,
think so.
Saquon.
They're
I think so
I think
too.
so.
they're probably 8-4.
No way, bro.
I
AJ
don't
being
think they.
hurt.
I don't think they beat the Rams. I don't think they get away with it in New Orleans, and I don't think they win. Forget what other game it was.
They just went
Uh,
11 and
I
6
think when
last year.
I know,
No, no,
They
but
no.
they
went
had
10-1 last year and
all.
lost the last 5.
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah, I mean they fell apart. That's because they're garbage, but
they were. They themselves had been saying all year, "Hey, there's something wrong with the team right now. There's something going on. You know, we're not clicking." Everybody was like, "What do you guys mean? You guys are fucking X1." Sorry for cussing. You guys are freaking X1 throughout the season right now, and what are you talking about? There's something wrong with you. And then when Kona said they ended up going on a 1-5 run to end the season, we saw how it ended. Uh, I don't know. Well, going off of that from Saquon to the other MVP front runner we were talking about, Josh Allen alongside their Bills. The Bills and the Chiefs are looking pretty good in the AFC this year after the early parts of the season having the Ravens in the mix. What do you guys think about obviously that? I still consider the Ravens and the Steelers to be, watch out for teams. Uh, but I think the Chiefs and the Bills are rightfully at the top of contention in the AFC.
I think we're gonna see another Bills and Chiefs matchup, and the winner will probably win the Super Bowl. So
Uh,
what? Oh, let's hear it.
no, I mean, I think I agree they're gonna be in the AFC Championship. Sorry, let me get away from this dude.
Oh yeah, hold on, hold
But
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta be right back too.
Hold on, I actually go check out my chicken.
Breaking
Dude,
news.
I've been doing the carnivore now. Today will be day 5. 4, I'm sorry.
How you feeling?
Yeah, bro. I feel good. I feel good. A lot of energy. I just got back from playing pickleball earlier. I'm not hungry. Like, I'm not hungry right now. Last time I ate was at 1 o'clock. It's 8:30. I haven't eaten anything since 1 o'clock. And I'm not hungry.
That's awesome, bro.
Like, that's kind of
I'm glad to
crazy.
hear.
Yeah, I've just been drinking, like, a
Them
lot of
diets,
water.
bro.
I love it. I freaking have steak. So for breakfast, I had 4 ounces of ground beef and 2 eggs. And then for lunch, I had 9 ounces of ribeye, 2 eggs, and pork rinds. Like, I love that shit.
Not the port right.
I'm back. Sorry, Court put 20 ounces of tea and 20 ounces of coffee in me, and I needed to make an emergency exit for
The old dash.
them.
Pew,
But
pew,
uh,
pew.
as JJ was saying, yeah, classic in the AFC, another classic in the AFC chip. And
I,
you were saying the winner of that should win the Super Bowl.
I think they win the Super
yeah,
Bowl.
I think
How
the
do you
winner of the
think?
NFC wins.
Yeah, how do you think either team would do against either or the other team in the NFC?
Hosted.
Well,
Oh,
I
great.
think
We're about to see a preview of that next week. Bills
exactly.
and the Lions.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna give us a good indicator of how it would look. But the only team I'm worried about, I would be worried about,
The Eagles.
probably be the Eagles. If I'm 100%
Um,
honest, probably be the
well,
Eagles.
well, I think, and I actually had made a little bracket earlier this week of how I think the playoffs is going to go. We can get into that on another pod if anything. Uh,
Yeah,
but I mean, Super Bowl contenders: Lions, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
Anybody
sure.
else you guys would like to throw in the mix or discuss?
Biggest thing is it's all about the injuries, man. Late in the season, going into the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
whoever has the most injuries is probably going to lose. And losing Aiden Hutchinson, losing Rasheed Rice, and hopefully Amari Cooper goes on a run. But I don't know, man. The Eagles, like I agree with JJ, man. The Eagles are scary, bro.
Yeah.
They're scary. But
What about a possible three-peat?
You know
Because
me, I'm
now,
not gonna.
because now the Chiefs got their running back one back. Now the Chiefs are getting Hollywood Brown back,
I
supposedly.
wouldn't be so happy about
Uh,
Hollywood Brown though, man. He has a bad history of dropping passes.
sure,
It's like another
sure,
Kadarius
sure.
Tony, honestly.
The Kadarius Toney one caught the game winning catch for the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So
That is kind of crazy. No, I mean, I would definitely if I'm on the other side and you have the Chiefs, I would be
uh,
scared.
staring at the face of a three-peat.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, Mahomes top 2 QB. A lot of people say he's number 1. I'm probably the only one that would put Josh Allen, but it's my bias. So, I mean, the best QB in the league, right? So nothing's
no,
ever guaranteed. Doesn't matter
no,
what the
that's right.
injuries are, man. Good QB, good coach. They could win. They could definitely win.
That's right. That's right. I want to move on to a team that's for sure not in Super Bowl contention.
Oh,
And that is
Broncos.
because they are, and that is because, well, no, not that,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
them. I want to
yeah,
make,
yeah.
I want to talk about a team that's for sure out of Super Bowl contention, I think, for the near future. Sorry, San Francisco 49ers. You guys are out of here. You guys are out of here. Too many injuries in both
Yes.
offense and defense. Brock Purdy, I think, is starting to turn out exactly how I think he was going to be. And if you go ahead and sign him to what I think they're going to end up doing anyway, then you can't really build a good team around him, a good enough team around him in order for you to squeeze the last bit of Super Bowl out of him that I think he might have. Uh, Niners are just done.
I think so
Now let me
too.
ask you: back to the front office thing, right? There's talks. There's talks. I don't know how true they are, but the Bears might trade some
Coach,
picks,
their coach. Yeah,
yeah, for Kyle Shanahan. Now,
yeah.
with those rumors out there, are you signing Brock Purdy?
I wouldn't sign him even if those rumors weren't out there.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
totally agree.
what
Rumor or not.
what what he's gonna do is, I mean, obviously Brock Purdy has to get paid, and if the Niners are smart, then they're gonna wait another year to finally sign him. I don't think they should get him an extension right now.
I think
Uh,
minimum he's supposed to make is what, like 55 or 60 million a year?
because
Nah.
what's his comp? What is it? Trevor Lawrence would be his comp.
Hmm.
Lawrence Burrow.
I don't think Burrow's his comp. Maybe Jordan Love is his comp. Another young quarterback. Joe Burrow's been to a
Mm.
Super Bowl, so I know he's young, but I wouldn't put him in that same
Oh, I thought you
around the
meant
same
like
tier.
contract wise. I thought you meant contract
Oh
wise.
well, no, yeah, no. I do mean contract wise. I just also mean like within their own skill level, I guess.
Oh no. If
And I just don't think signing a quarterback who performs like Brock Purdy does is a smart thing to do at anywhere north of $40 million a year. Anything north
agree.
of a Daniel Jones contract, I don't think is a viable thing for the 49ers to do for Brock Purdy at the moment.
Well, I mean, they're saying Sam Darnold's line right now. What's he in line for next year? Because he's probably gonna leave Minnesota. He's in
Mm-hmm.
line for like I think 3 million, 40 or 3 years, 40 million a year. So
I think
I
that
think that's his comp.
I think that's I think that's fair for him. I
Yeah.
just I don't know. I don't know. I know all of last year, a lot of people were really big on Brock Purdy because of how he was doing. I just think his performance last year wasn't really uh, the full spectrum of what he is. I think he was put in a really good position, and you're not going to find that in the NFL. You're not going to find a really good position to always be in the NFL. Um, so I think this year's a closer indicative of what he's actually going to be going forward in the future. And I just don't think that quarterback is worth 50 anywhere north of 50 a year. I don't think he's worth anything north of 40, like I said.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Agree.
I agree.
What do you guys think of the 49ers if they whether they do or do not get rid of their coach? Do you guys think they should search for another quarterback in the draft, in the offseason, and make some trades?
Uh, I would say that's to be determined because most likely Debo's leaving. You don't know what McCaffrey's about to do next year.
McCaffrey's done,
I
dude.
right, Ayuk's coming back, and but he's coming back late. You know, Trent Williams is he's already getting old. So
And I
honestly,
think they have
man,
a
you're
bunch of
yeah.
people on both offense and defense that they still have to give contracts to. So if you give Brock Purdy 55 a year, what do you have left to give the other players?
Let it walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Let it walk.
we'll see.
yeah. I think McCaffrey's
Well,
done though. I mean,
1,000%.
major injuries, man. Major injuries. I think he's
I mean,
done.
that's the life of a running back, honestly.
That's
Well,
crazy.
uh, moving on or sidestepping, I guess, from one quarterback who probably shouldn't be signed to another quarterback who probably shouldn't stay with a team, Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Mm.
He's feeling it,
What
man.
do you
He's
guys?
feeling the heat.
Yeah,
He even said it. He said I forgot what he said, but he said he remodeled his home or something, and he wants to stay and play for a couple of years, but if they don't want him, then no hard feelings. No
Mm-hmm.
hard
is that what he said?
feelings? Yeah, something like that. I forgot it was an interview. It was something along those lines though. But it's like, bro, this franchise ba- gave you everything you wanted. Worse than the Lakers, honestly. Worse than the Lakers.
That is a
Way
bad front
worse.
office.
Way worse. I mean,
They
everything the dude
they they
wanted.
didn't they didn't make a lot of bad decisions. I think the Jets made every single bad decision they possibly could have made.
Yeah,
Every single one. They took it.
it's insane.
Ex-
He's feeling the heat.
ex- Except for this last decision of deciding not to bench him.
Yeah.
What do you? I mean, I have it here on my notes. They were 7-10 last year. They're 3-9 so far, and I don't. I mean, they'd have to do so much work in order to get the same record as last year, let alone anything better.
Zach Wilson. Wow.
Who would have thought Zach Wilson? Who would have
Wow.
thought Zach Wilson? Well, that just then if Aaron Rodgers doesn't stay with the Jets, where do you guys think he would go anywhere? Do you guys think he can have a starting job in the NFL next year? Uh, if he doesn't have a starting job, if he wants to stay and back someone up, where do you guys think he should go?
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers.
I think a
49ers.
team would sign him. You think 49ers? I mean, I think a team would sign him for sure. I mean, there's so many teams
Or-
in the league that need a QB.
I feel like
Yeah.
Minnesota they would pull a Brett Favre.
No, they would not. No, he would not go to Minnesota. I mean, they would not
I
sign
know.
him, but they have JJ McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
But,
I'm
but
just
I
putting
mean,
it out there.
just looking at these teams out of playoff contention, right? So the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell, that's not your franchise QB. Gardner Minshew, that's not your franchise QB. You're on the hunt for a QB, right?
Well,
Now,
neither is Aaron Rodgers because he's 40.
Shadir.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Depending on how the draft shapes out, right? The Giants, Drew Lock, Tommy Cutlets, nope. You have the Titans, Will Levis, Mason Rudolph, nope. So, I mean, you could argue even the Browns, Jameis Winston or Deshaun Watson.
I think the Browns keep Jameis Winston.
I mean,
I
I hope they
honestly
do.
do.
I think he, he does really well, but there's like all these teams that are just question marks. Jaguars, my goodness, man. Trevor Lawrence
Oh,
fell off
please
a
stop.
freaking
Stop.
cliff. He got all that
And
money and then he just, all right, I got paid. Wow.
contract year is a real thing, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, what do we do then about these teams that need quarterbacks?
Gotta make good decisions.
We'll have to see what happens in the draft. I mean, we know Shadir is going somewhere for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Let me see.
There's a couple of quarterbacks in college that could be NFL ready. For sure. The Texas quarterback, was it Ewer? Whatever his name is. Not Manning. I think he's
Oh,
getting one more year in college. I
Cam
forgot his
Ward,
name. He's
Ward for
one.
Miami. Yeah.
another one.
Um, the Oregon quarterback Gabriel, I forgot his fucking. He's pretty good.
Sorry, I'm back.
What up, Kono?
So
I'm
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
here.
we'll
who-
have
I'm
to
here to
see.
tell you guys.
There's
Listen
there's
for
a
a
couple.
name.
Jalen
Oh.
Milrow.
Yeah.
Kyle McCord. Listen for that name next year. So.
Kyle?
Kyle McCord.
McCord. He's muted now.
Oh, Kyle McCord.
I'm here.
Okay,
Kyle
I know, but
McCord.
you
He
just
plays for Syracuse.
Syracuse.
I
Syracuse.
think Shador is gonna be a Raider. Cam is gonna be a Giant. And
22. I feel so old. Oh my god.
right, and we're over here like, yeah,
It's
go
20.
Shador.
This kid's 22, man. Jesus. Oh man.
Bro, Bronny's in the NBA. What do you expect?
Man,
Oh, God.
Mm.
if Bronny's in the NBA, I should be in the NBA.
Wait, your dad isn't a superstar, Kona? Damn it.
What is that? What's a dad?
Oh God.
That's for another a sports banter, but
Anything else we want to add for a discussion?
I mean, I
I
know we
think,
talk, I know the whole beginning of this we talked about basketball, so I like that we're finally incorporating NBA into it.
yeah,
But
I do
no, I mean,
like it. I do
yeah, we
like
talked
that.
about a couple things. We went through our bets for the week.
Hmm.
Maybe
So,
maybe next week talk about the cup. Who do you think's gonna win it?
oh, the NBA
The
Cup.
NBA Cup.
Because
yeah.
yeah. Who's winning it this year?
We'll look into it. We'll
Yeah.
look into it.
Look into
So,
it.
but now
Watch the games.
we get to finish watching the Packers Lions game. Lions are already up 7-0. So,
Oh man,
See how that goes.
who
That's
did you
oh
next
have?
man.
game.
Who did you have,
Mm-hmm.
opponent for the first drive?
Bro, I had Laporta
Laporta.
and Sam Watson, bro, and Laporta got a catch. And of course, Watson is his same old 3 catches for 90 yards.
Oh, oh, Christian
Uh,
Watson. I gotcha. I gotcha.
oh yeah. So we'll see
Um,
how that goes for the rest of the game.
I
well,
like it. Well, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to this week of SK Sports Banter. Thank you guys very much for giving us your attention. JJ,
Gabe. I think it's Gabe's turn to send us off.
Gabe,
Yeah,
go ahead
Gabe.
and send us off, man.
Come on, Gabe.
Like how do you want me to set us off?
What you?
However you, however
However
you
you
think our
want.
viewers would like you to send us off. Boss.
Well, I just gotta say the Lakers suck, and you know what? Let's go Heat.
Oh my goodness. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another week of Sports Banter
Sorry.
SK.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Good old SK.
Looking forward to how our bets play out for the week. Feeling really good
I'm
about
feeling
them.
good about this week. Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, me too. I like
I'm
them.
feeling, I'm feeling good. Please go ahead and don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, share it with your mom, share it with your coworker, share it with your mailman who comes through at 2 p.m. Share it with, if you go to Starbucks, with your barista, the one who hands you the coffee. Share it. Go ahead and go to your nearest 7-Eleven. Go to the nearest gas pump you find and go ahead and share it with them, man. Go ahead.
And please tag us. We'd love to see what you guys put out there. You know, if you guys have any locks you guys want to throw at us too, we're here for it.
Oh, or anything you want us to talk about. We're open to talking about anything. So,
Always.
oh yeah,
Where's Juan Soto going? That's gonna be a great one.
Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's
let's talk
gonna
about baseball.
Kev's so